President William Ruto says African Continental Free Trade Area countries may soon be traveling to Kenya without visa. During the ongoing African private sector dialogue, the president noted that Africa should come together in order to be able to speak in one voice on global issues. Here is part of his address.
I know, for example, that many of you have had to get visa to come to Kenya. But I have some good news for you. This may be the last time you are getting a visa to come to Kenya.
In today's video, we take a look at this great announcement made by the President of Kenya, His Excellency William Ruto. In his announcement, he makes mention of the fact that Africans who are members of the African Continental Free Trade Area, that is, member countries who have signed to the African Free Trade Continental Agreement, will be able to move to Kenya without a visa. And this announcement is not only limited to Africans who are members of the African Free Continental Trade Area, but also extended to Black Americans and then people of African descent who are in the diaspora. So all diasporans can also come to the country of Kenya without needing any visa. And I think this is a very great initiative. This is a very great achievement for Africans to have a borderless system where myself as a Ghanaian, I can move to, let's say, Kenya, move to Nigeria, I can move to South Africa, and they can also move through all these regions so that we can have trade moving up and down. Things become a bit easier. The transportation of goods and services will be very much easier, and this will enhance the economic liberation that we all need, the economic advancements that we all need as a continent. I believe this is a very great initiative that the President of Kenya is putting across. All people in the diaspora can also visit the country of Kenya and then without any visa, okay? And this is a very, very great thing that I think that we need to applaud him for. So let's watch the video in full length and listen to exactly what he says. But before that, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, just locate the subscribe button down there. Click on the subscribe button. Click as well on the notification bell, and we'll discuss in the end as well.
To recognize that the guided trading initiative formulated to accelerate the implementation of the SCFTA did launch, and that Kenya was among the earliest exporters under the initiative. Since then, a number of countries have joined the initiative and commenced their exports. I encourage those countries that have not yet joined the initiative to do so and explore the wonderful free trade possibilities that they will be able to promptly access. Further, I challenge our ministers as they deliberate on the most appropriate resolutions to the outstanding issues in connection with the protocols to envision a unified Africa and promote the creation of coherent regional value chains whose outputs will bear the proud Made in Africa distinction. This is how we will make it possible to market the continent abroad as a single investment area. Our ministers should also dedicate their full capacities to the continental imperative to shift away from primary production into value addition and advanced production in the context of a broader industrial base and product diversification. Similarly, you have been assigned the task of generating viable strategies to resolve Africa's connectivity deficit in order to overcome logistical barriers to trade. In respect of this assignment, and our chairman is here of AU, and I have the brief from my colleagues, heads of state, I encourage you to be ambitious and to demonstrate. Because Kenya is the cradle of humankind. This is where, and I'm talking as a scientist here, this is where the earliest remains of man have been traced. This is where the Turkana boy, the oldest ever traced human remains on Earth, not by magicians, but by scientists. And so, all of you, my good people from Nigeria, my in-laws, the good people from Canada, US, and the rest of the place, UK, South Africa, when you come to Kenya, you are coming home. So, we are looking at the law, we are looking at building consensus as Kenyans, so that because this is home, it's not fair to ask anybody for visa when they are going home. So, somebody seems to be agreeing with me there. Thank you very much. So, we welcome you to enjoy the magical delights, charming hospitality, and natural beauty of home, Kenya, as you witness for yourselves what YouTube is doing for our vibrant, creative, and digital economy, and contributing to our bottom-up agenda for economic transformation. Apart from YouTube Black Voices Fund, I appreciate with profound gratitude Google's support in enhancing the digital superhighway and creative economy pillar of our transformation agenda. In particular, I am grateful for your support for our plan to provide 25,000 free Wi-Fi hotspots across the country and the investment of $5 million to enable 90 government institutions like hospitals, and I hope some will be Nairobi, so that Sakaja is not complaining, courts of law and technical and vocational training institutions, install local area networks, and to connect them to the national fiber optic backbone infrastructure. So hopefully, let me say, when we discussed this earlier, it was work in progress. I am happy that we've now brought it home. I want to say thank you very much on behalf of the government of Kenya and the people of Kenya. And I want to assure you, as I do every other Kenyan, that we will put those resources and all the taxes we are collecting into very good use and make it possible for these great people and many others who are not here access the internet, be able to create content, be able to monetize their content, and be able to be entrepreneurs and earn a living out of what they are doing.
In my view, I believe that making Africa borderless is one of the most important things that will help Africa in its liberation. So this initiative that has been brought up by the President of Kenya, His Excellency William Ruto, is a very laudable idea. I believe that this is going to enhance economic trade among African countries. We'll be able to tap from each other's resources, and we'll be able to uplift each other up. This is going to go a very long way to help all of us. So if you are also a person of African descent in the diaspora as well, a Black American, a Caribbean, or whatever in the diaspora, and you would also want to come back to the continent of Africa, it is open to you. You can also come in there. And I believe this will help the indigents in Africa to better their life. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.